Blade is a 1998 American superhero horror film directed by Stephen Norrington, based on the Marvel Comics superhero of the same name. It is the first installment of the Blade franchise, and it's also the first Marvel film that I've ever watched that is fucking R-rated. And holy shit, I fucking love that film. The film stars Wesley Snipes as the titular character, with Stephen Dorff, Chris Christopherson, and Bush Wright in supporting roles. In the film, Blade is a Domfir, a human with vampire strengths but not their weaknesses, who together with his mentor Abraham Whistler and hematologist Karen Jensen fights against vampires, namely an exceptionally vicious Deacon Frost. Well, let's get into this badass superhero film I've ever seen. Alright, my fellow peeps. In 1967, a pregnant woman is attacked by a vampire, causing her to go into premature labor. Doctors are also to save her infant child, but she dies of an unknown infection. 30 years later, the child has become a vampire hunter, who is a fucking man. That is Blade, who is a human-vampire hybrid that possesses the supernatural abilities of the vampires without any of their weaknesses, except for the requirement to consume human blood. Yeah, speaking of hybrid shit, yeah, I know that there is a woman who is a hybrid of a human and a fucking succubus. Oh yeah, it's fucking Morrigan. Alright. But let's not talk about Mega Man or the rest of Darkstalk and shit. It's about Blade. Okay, Blade raids a Los Angeles rave club owned by the vampire Deacon Frost. Police take one of the vampires to the hospital where he kills Dr. Curtis Webb and feeds on the hematologist Karen Jensen and escapes. Blade takes Karen to a safe house where she is treated by his old friend Abraham Whistler. You about to save that? You about to save her, boy? Ah, fucking Zed. Yeah, you better bring out the fucking gimp while you're ahead, Zed. Maynard. Okay, Whistler explains that he and Blade have been waging a secret war against vampires using weapons based on elemental weaknesses, such as sunlight, silver, and garlic. Karen is now marked by the bite of a vampire. Both he and Blade tell her to leave the city. Meanwhile, at a meeting of the Council of Pure Blood Vampire Elders, Deacon Frost, the leader of the faction of younger vampires, is rebuked for trying to incite war between vampires and humans. As Deacon and his kind are not natural-born vampires, they are considered socially inferior. In response, Deacon has one of the elders executed and strips the others of their authority. Oh yeah, and there's also another human-vampire hybrid from fucking Capcom, that is Dimitri. Yeah, that guy is crazy, and I don't know what to say. Okay, let's get back with the fucking Blade. Returning to her apartment, Karen is attacked by police officer Krieger, who is a familiar of a human loyal to vampires. Blade subdues Krieger and uses information from him to locate an archive that contains pages from the Vampire Bible. He comes upon Pearl, a morbidly obese vampire, and tortures him with a UV light into revealing that Deacon wants to command a ritual where he would use 12 pure blood vampires awaken the blood god La Magra, and Blade's blood is the key. Later at the hideout, Blade injects himself with the special semen. I'm sorry, I'm fucking sorry. Later at the hideout, Blade injects himself with a special serum that suppresses his urge to drink blood. However, the serum is beginning to lose its effectiveness due to overuse. Krieger informs Deacon of what happened, and Deacon kills Krieger. Aw, shit. Yeah, that's what Krieger gets for fucking backstabbing, if this fucking happens. While experimenting with the anticoagulant EDTA as possible replacement, as a possible replacement. Karen discovers that it explodes when combined with vampire blood. She manages to synthesize a vaccine that can cure the infected, but learns that it will not work on Blade. Karen is confident that she could cure Blade's bloodthirst, but it would take her years of treating it. Deacon and his men attack the hideout, infect fucking Abraham Whistler, and abduct Karen. When Blade returns, he helps Abraham commit suicide. Oh shit. Oh come on, suicide's not the fucking answer. Why the hell does it have to do anything with it? Okay, when Blade attempts to rescue Karen from Deacon's penthouse, he is shocked to find his still-alive mother, who reveals that she came back the night she was attacked and was brought in by Deacon, who appears and reveals himself as the vampire who bit her. Blade is then subdued and taken to the Temple of Eternal Night, where Frost plans to perform the summoning ritual for La Magra. Karen is thrown into a pit to be devoured by Webb, who has transformed into a decomposing zombie-like creature. Karen injures Webb and escapes.
You can't escape.
Yeah, you can't escape. Well, fuck you, Morrigan. The hell she can't.
Ah! Is that all you got?
Blade is drained from his blood, but Karen allows him to drink from her, enabling him to recover. Frost completes the ritual and obtains the powers of La Magra. Blade confronts Deacon after killing all of his minions, including his mom. During their fight, Blade injects Deacon with all the syringes. The overdose of the EDTA causes his body to inflate and exploding, killing him. Karen offers to help Blade cure himself. Instead, he asks her to create an improved version of the serum so he can continue his crusade against vampires. In the brief epilogue, Blade confronts a vampire in fucking Moscow, Russia. So in conclusion, I recommend this 1998 film, and I don't give a shit if Rotten Tomatoes or various movie websites for movie critics that gave it a mediocre or low scores. I still find it an enjoyable film nonetheless. And speaking of R-rated movies by Marvel, the Punisher 2004 film was meant to be the first R-rated Marvel movie that I've ever watched since I'm into the Punisher and other shit. But whatever, it's really good, and Wesley Snipes and the rest of the Blade crew have done a good job in acting and other developments of this film. Yeah, it was a dark superhero film for its time. The success of Blade began Marvel's film success and set for stage for further comic book film adaptations. And yeah, I noticed that there are video games. Yeah, both of the video games on the PlayStations 1 and 2, Game Boy Color, and the fucking Xbox. Well, that's all I gotta say. If you don't like Blade or any of the Marvel Knights films, alright, that's alright with me. Because I do love Blade and the Punisher. Yeah.